I was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a brittle bone disease. I was born with fractures in the womb, and when I was delivered, I had fractures. And through my young life, I had fractures and wore full HKFO leg braces to protect my legs from breaking. I actually had rods replaced when I was younger into my hips and into my knees. Those are still in place. I always continued to walk and always walk, but in my younger years, I did use assistance to walk, and so I had a walker for a while and then went to crutches, and then I moved on to with using no assistance. And so currently I don't use any assistance to walk, and it's been nice, but I definitely have to watch how I live my life and make sure that I'm being very careful in my activities during the day. My mother is the first generation of osteogenesis imperfecta in my family, and so she also is diagnosed with brittle bone disease. I think growing up with a mother with a disability definitely shaped how I view my own disability. I've learned that even though there may be challenges that come with it, that those challenges can be overcame. And even though you may have to adapt your life differently, there isn't anything that you can't do. You might have to do it differently, but eventually you will get it done. I am a member at Alden Baptist Church, and I've been a member there since as long as I can remember. I was baptized there and continue to go to church frequently. It's important to know that there is a community of people who have been with me for as long as I can remember, and they know me just as well as my family does. And it's very good to know that whenever times is tough, there is a community of people that I can turn to who I know will be there to support me and will be there to pray for me when it's needed. I'm currently a third-year student at Brandeis University and am double majoring in HSSP, which is Health, Society, Science and Policy, and American Studies. I would like to pursue a master's degree or doctorate degree in disability services with a focus in sexual health. I want to do internships and kind of explore and go on road trips. And even though I currently have a car, it would be great if my car was accessible. Because I'm so small, I only stand 4'5" in height. And so in order to drive, I'm very close to the steering wheel, and that kind of just causes safety concerns. And although I live my life in a very safe way, I would like to drive in a safe way too. And so if I was further away from the steering wheel, I think that would help me if, God forbid, I was to get in an accident. I think that would just help me be a more confident driver. And so that would match my personality, a confident woman. Pedal extensions and an adaptive seat. And I feel like if I could have something that could grow with me and move with me, so when I move from my 97 Grand Prix into, I don't know, maybe a Lamborghini, that would be able to come with me too. I'm so excited. I think it'd be interesting for me to be able to share my idea with an organization of creating a place for people with disabilities to talk about sexuality. I think that's an asset that the disability community can use. And so I feel like if I were to get this internship, that would definitely be a great start in being able to start that type of program. For as long as I can remember, I've been doing work with CHD and disability resources through Nancy Vazanchuk and her program. I feel like I've grown so much and I've seen myself mature into a young woman with a disability, which is very important to me. And now I want the world to be able to see this young woman that I've become, and I want to be able to share my idea of a sexuality program for people with disabilities. I want to be able to share my experience of disabled sports with different people. I can still go to the mall. I can still go to college and pursue higher education. There's nothing that I can't do because of my disability. And I think being involved in disabled sports so young has definitely showed me that there may be struggles. You might not make the goal every single time, but the next time, if you keep practicing, you'll score. I think that being different is a blessing, and not being like everyone around you gives people something to remember. And so if you embrace that and you embrace your differences and learn to overcome them and learn that they are just differences and not really obstacles. There may be obstacles associated with those differences, but they can be overcame. And so I think with faith and support and determination, that a disability is just something that you can overcome, and that everyone has the ability to. Thank you so much. Thank you for believing in me and wanting to give a contribution to help me. I would say to continue to do that, continue to serve as an asset to people with disabilities, and continue to make yourself available, even if it's not through financial contribution, just being someone who someone can talk to and just being present and understanding that there are obstacles facing families and that support is needed. And so I thank everyone that came out, and I really am looking forward to all the adaptations that I'm going to receive because of their support. Thank you. Happy 15th anniversary to the Brianna Fund.